Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. Happy to have you here on this Thursday. We got Briggs, we got Ryan, we got Hunter here on this wonderful Thursday afternoon. And just making some small talk here before the show. We talked about what we had for lunch today. Went over to Dairy Queen, had my triple stack flamethrower burger. It was amazing. You two had very similar lunches, but one was way different than the other one.
Mine was a lot more normal.
Oh, well, hey, let's
a little strange.
let's pump the brakes.
I had taco meat with a little bit of rice. Pretty average lunch, and Ryan's like, I had taco meat too, but what was the spin?
So I had taco meat and rice. It was from the other day, and I had a tortilla with it. And so in order to make it feel less dry, I had the one condiment in the fridge, which was mustard. So I poured mustard on the taco meat and rice and the tortilla. So I wouldn't say knock it till you try it, or I would say that. Yeah, I would say don't knock it
until you try it.
Yeah. So it was a tough day. You know, it's a tough look out there for everybody. But
could you have not just eaten the taco plate?
It just would have been dry. I don't know. I felt like I needed something on there. I didn't have salsa or hot sauce. Usually hot sauce is what I use.
You brought it up so nonchalantly. It seemed like you might have done this before in the past or something.
I have.
You have with mustard.
He admits it now.
At the station. Only at the station.
Only
not
at the
home.
station. Okay.
Not at home.
There's not a wide variety of things, I guess, in our fridge.
I have mustard in the fridge for like a meat and cheese wrap that I usually make with deli meat, but this time around I used it for other reasons.
Okay, well there we go.
Maybe you'll be starting a new trend.
Gets the job done.
Try it out at home.
Guess we'll see. Coming up later on in the show today, the NFL is bringing Christmas Day games to Netflix. Plus, a Michigan grocery store realizes a woman has been living in the sign above their building for about a year.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. And if you're still looking for something to do this weekend, we have your Northern Life planner. We have the air show on both Saturday and Sunday to discuss, plus a big night for Hunter coming up tomorrow. Ooh. And if you're not doing anything tomorrow night besides what's going on with Hunter, you're invited to go speed friending. Not speed dating, speed friending. That event is being held at Duluth's Dovetail Cafe, and the organizers say speed friending is a whole lot like speed dating, but apparently it's only better. So you're going to talk to someone one-on-one for a few minutes until everyone has met everyone. And the goal, they say, is to casually meet a wide variety of new people. And that's happening tomorrow from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
I love that idea. That's awesome. And maybe the friendship blossoms into a relationship too. Who knows? There's no rules here.
There might be rules. I mean, there's a time limit rule with speed friending.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun because it's, as you get older, a little harder to meet friends, because you're not in school with people your own age all the time. And, maybe you're meeting people at work, but otherwise, what do you do? I don't know. So speed friending might be where it's at.
Yeah, a lot of my good friends live in the Twin Cities, so that's 2.5 hours away. And, I'm very fortunate that my coworkers are my friends.
True.
So, but that's not the same for everybody out there.
That's
right.
True.
We just went bowling the other day.
We did? Oh my gosh, it was a blast. Remember the good old days, though, when you just were two kids on a playground and that was your thing you had in common? So then you become friends with that person. It was just that easy back then, but it's a lot more complicated these days.
Right, and somehow you're probably still friends with that person you met on the playground all these years later, right?
Back in kindergarten, it's like, oh, you're still my best friend. It's kind of weird.
So cute. Well, we're all friends on this show here, and for a future story here on Northern Life, we just got the chance to do some team building with Stacy Crawford and Clearwater Coaching and Wellness. The three of us are figuring out how we work best together and what we need from each other on a daily basis. So you can find that story early next month here on Northern Life. You might be wondering why we were wearing superhero outfits for that, and it was a whole lot of fun. She made the experience just a blast, as you can see by the outfits she provided us. So really fun, and we learned a lot about ourselves and each other, really.
Yeah, we went through a step-by-step thing, and we definitely know how to work together better, and we're excited to share that story in a few weeks coming up.
And we're all superheroes.
Yeah, so we're all superheroes now. So
that was already known.
We're super cool and super excited. A couple of exciting things for the Minnesota State Fair, as we officially are, I believe, less than 100 days until the Great Minnesota Get-Together, and the fair is having a free stage entertainment lineup this year, featuring more than 900 shows throughout that 12-day run, and they're all free with your ticket admission. And also, their 4th annual Kickoff to Summer at the Fair event is coming up next weekend, offering a sneak peek at some of this year's food and drinks. And so I will be going to that Kickoff to Summer event next Sunday. looking forward to it. I'm trying to think of the thing I look forward to the most. Obviously, cheese curds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big cheese curd guy. We were talking about this before the 4 p.m. too, Hunter. There's kind of a thing for the people that don't really necessarily like the square cheese curds.
Yes.
They're kind of controversial.
It's
a little bit.
polarizing. It is.
Yeah.
It's for some reason the square cheese curd to some people does not taste like an actual cheese curd. My parents are those people. They hate the square cheese curds. I cannot get enough of them. I love the square cheese curds.
I honestly, the best cheese curds I've had have been square.
Yeah.
But it's from one particular place in particular that I can't think of right now. But I really enjoyed those ones. Yeah, they're very good, and they just happen to be square. I haven't tried any other square
Sure,
ones to compare,
sure.
but I liked them.
Yeah, I like the medium-sized cheese curd. I think the big cubed ones are just a little too much sometimes. I
Yeah.
just need like little, like a little bite-sized food. Yeah.
True.
Also,
because I'm a baby.
There's all.
Oh, hey. I want you to back me up.
No, you're not a baby, Ryan. But there is definitely a very quick shelf life when it comes to cheese curds.
Yeah.
You have about 5 minutes before they start getting kind of gross.
Yeah.
The colder they get, and there's no reheating cheese curds either. It's over once you're done.
Need a good ranch too.
Yes.
You need a good ranch.
I wonder if the pickle trend will continue this year at the State Fair. Everything was like pickle themed. There was like pickle lemonade, pickle pizza.
Pickle Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper pickle?
Perhaps.
There we go.
Maybe they've watched the show. Adding it to the menu. The latest list of top U.S. baby names issued by the Social Security Administration has a few surprises this year. There's only one new entry in the top 10 names for boys and girls, as Mateo jumped from number 11 to number 6 in 2023. Yeah, meanwhile, Kaylee, perhaps, I think it's spelled, pronounced rather, was the fastest rising name for girls last year. As for the top names overall, those are still Liam and Olivia, as they have been for several years.
No Ryans, no Hunters,
Yeah,
no
what the
Briggs?
heck? Yeah, Briggs recently made it into the top, 1,000, I think. Yeah, more common for baby boys, though, it seems.
Oh.
I've got a nephew named Mateo. Shout out to him.
Cool.
There you go.
Shout out. Well, coming up, it's going to be a busy weekend in Duluth. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of exciting events taking place in Duluth this weekend, so we thought, why not highlight a few of them for you all and give you a couple of ideas for how to spend your time with your friends and family this weekend. So first up, maybe one of the biggest events, possibly, of the whole year in Duluth. We've got the Duluth Air and Aviation Expo. It's back for another year at the Duluth International Airport. Headlining the show this year is the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. So cool. Several years back, I got to ride with the Thunderbirds as part of one of those media ride-alongs they do. The coolest thing I've ever done. I don't know if I'll ever do it again.
Scary?
Yes, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You couldn't tell what was, when you were taking off, what was the sky and what was the lake, because it was all just blue and you were upside down and you're, what am I looking at? Yeah, it was so scary, but one of the coolest things for sure that I've ever done. So they're going to be at the air show this year. Super fun to watch. They'll also be alongside the Patriotic Parachute Team and several other historic airplanes too. Gates open to the public at 9 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So air show a little earlier this year than it has been in the past years. Usually, recently it's been in July.
Sure.
Having it in May. So a fun thing about that is that they're able to bring pilots into classrooms since kids are still in school and have the kids learn a little bit about the aviation industry. So I think we get to tag along for one of those meetings this week. So it should be pretty fun.
How awesome is that? I've been to the air show one time, and it is such a cool experience. Sitting out there watching the F-15, F-16 jets take off and fly right by you.
Yeah.
It's spooky, but it's in a cool way spooky.
But it's thrilling. I've never been to an air show, so someday I'm going to have to go. This year, I think I'm busy, unfortunately, but sometime in the near future, I'd like to go to one of those.
Yeah, it's scary just watching the Thunderbirds from the ground because, you know, they fly in those really awesome formations and do those tricks that you're just like, how is this possible? I don't know, but they're oohing and awing people everywhere. So it's so cool.
Watching that second Top Gun movie, too, makes me want to be a pilot. That was a really good movie. An outdoor beer festival block party is back again in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District this weekend, celebrating Bent Paddle's 11-year anniversary. Big congrats to them. The Big Bash is happening Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m. There will be specialty beers to try out, as you can also take in live music, and you can still get those tickets online.
That's such a huge event for the station as well. A lot of people from the station go to that event, and it just seems like it's an absolute blast. we always play the after party over at the All-American Club.
Where you'll be, yeah.
We're going to be this year, which is a ton of fun. So we always go to Festiversary and then go party it up afterwards. It's a lot of fun.
I think the best part about Festiversary too is that like I like a lot of Ben Paddle's beer, but they do like this specialty. They add like I think I've seen they have the menu on their website too. There's like bent hop mixed with like pineapple, and they just do some really cool specialty things. So being able to try out beers you've already had, but in a new kind of twist on them, it's really fun.
And they're very creative with those mixtures too. And another fun part about Festiversary is even if you maybe don't want to drink or you bring in the family along, there's plenty to do at that event. Like I think one year they had a Locally Laid was doing the Hug a Hen event.
Last year they did that.
Was so cute. I'm not sure if it's on the docket for this year, but there's ice cream, different food trucks that stop by too. So a whole lot of fun for really everybody.
Yeah, food trucks would be nice to hit up too on Saturday.
Totally.
Absolutely. Well, in case you didn't know, our friend Hunter here is pretty busy this weekend, along with that show at the All-American Club. He also, as usual, helps host on a 94.9 QTS morning show with Jason Manning and Scott Savage. And Hunter, you guys are also getting together tomorrow night for a familiar party in Superior.
We sure are, yeah. We're going over to the old Earth Rider in Superior. We have what's called Half-Eaten Donut. It's kind of an insider thing for the morning show. So if you listen to the morning show, come on down, and we do have a bunch of insider information and just having a blast. And the Northern's band playing as well.
Do you share like your dirty secrets, or what are we talking about? Insider information.
You got to come down and find out. Exactly.
One of the most impressive things I've been, I think I either went 1 year or been there 2 years now to the Half-Eaten Donut party, and people's knowledge of your guys' previous statements on the morning show is incredible.
And that's how I started too, because I've been listening since I was, I think, 14 years old or something like that. It's been 10 years. So it like knowing all of that previous knowledge, all the previous sound bites that they play, and then going to actually see them explain it all, it's so cool. And like you said, there's a lot of listeners out there that just kind of get it and know everything, all the backstories and all that fun stuff, and have a lot of questions for us too. So.
I didn't know you've been listening since you were so young, and now you're on the show. How cool is that?
It's the coolest thing. It's one of my favorite things that I do. It seriously is a blast. So.
Awesome. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we continue to follow one of my favorite events. That's the Newfoundland dogs that have been hanging out in Duluth's Bayfront Festival Park this week. And we just had to let you know that you could still have time to visit them until Saturday.
There's the wagon I was talking about.
Yeah.
The little tiny wagon.
Weird.
We interviewed someone about this, and they said that wagon is part of a mile freight haul.
A mile?
I don't think they like load it up with a bunch of weight or anything. I think they just practice carrying the thing in case they ever need to rescue someone, because Newfoundlands are good at rescuing in the water or on land, I guess.
Put a bunch of beers on the cart and bring them around to the patrons. And, thank you very much, Mr. Newfoundland.
Mr. Newfoundland. Aren't they so cute, though? Yeah, if you want to go see them, like I said, you have until Saturday to stop near the water at Bayfront Park and check out all the puppies and the bigger dogs giving it their all in the events. I think there's a parade on Friday of Newfoundlands, like 500 Newfoundlands.
Oh my God.
That's a couple.
Just walking down the street.
That's a couple.
I love it.
If 500 Newfoundlands walked by me and they all had wagons on, I would stop whatever I was doing. I would stop in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I would do.
I'm parking the car.
Just to witness that. But still ahead, we got more things to talk about. We got to talk about some geese leading the way in Michigan.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Listen to this. A woman was found living in the rooftop sign of a grocery store in Michigan. I don't even know what to say about that. And police say she had been there for about a year. What makes the story even crazier is she had flooring, a computer, a desk, a printer, even a Keurig, and a pantry full of food in the space, which was just about 10 to 15 feet long and 5 feet wide. And just 8 feet tall, too, so not a lot of ceiling room there. The woman reportedly does have a job, but was choosing to live in the sign anyway. She was not formally charged by police, surprisingly.
She wasn't?
I guess not.
She was asked to leave, and apparently she said she's fine leaving. So, but she's probably left behind the Keurig. I don't know if they allowed her to grab the Keurig and the printer and the desk and everything from her little spot up there, but...
Now that's the break room for all the employees. They just go up to the roof.
I was wondering, like, does she have a bathroom up there?
I was going to say.
What's going on with that?
Gross.
I
Where
don't
did she
think
go to
so,
the bathroom?
but man, yeah, I don't even know if probably it didn't say anything about a bed, so I don't know.
Maybe the Keurig machine.
Well, usually the Keurig machine
Yeah.
has a shower.
Oh yeah, oh, that works too. Yeah.
Put hot water in it, and then hot water comes out.
There you go.
But I mean, 3 years worth of rent too. He's hurt. She had his job, but
Hopefully that savings account is padded.
Yeah.
And essentially she didn't have to pay a fine or anything like that. She got off scot-free. That's very good.
she's doing all right.
Good for her.
Well, following last night's release of the full NFL schedule, we also learned Netflix is going to broadcast the Christmas Day games live. So this year, Netflix will air 2 holiday games on December 25th. Then in 2025 and 26, it will stream at least 1. Financial terms of the 3-year deal were not disclosed, and the NFL already partners with most streaming platforms, including Thursday night games on Amazon, Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV, and I believe the Packers opener this year on Peacock. So here's the thing.
Can we not?
Yeah.
Wanted the future, now it's here, folks.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think you buy the $15 antenna, or you used to be able to buy the $15 TV antenna, plug it into your TV, and you could watch any football game. And now you got to have all the streaming services just to watch the NFL.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't even, like, you live in Wisconsin, you can't even watch the Packers even if they're on the normal channel.
That's true. The Vikings take over?
Yeah, when the Vikings take over
Yeah.
and they're playing at the same time or whatever. I just can't with all the streaming services
Nope.
you gotta have. It's like here, over there, here to watch this game,
Yeah.
here to watch that game. I'd sooner not watch.
But seriously, and at least now they're starting to bundle a little bit. I've seen a couple bundles that have been going into effect, but I mean, people can't afford to pay for all these different things
Right.
just to watch this football game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Might as well buy a ticket to the game.
Right, exactly.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Hulu is one of those that's bundling, with like Max, I think, and maybe Disney Plus or.
Or
not
Hulu's with
I
Disney
don't know.
Plus and ESPN.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Hulu has live sports, as we know from the commercials.
Yes.
So hey, that's at least helpful. I guess you're getting more for your money.
That's
maybe.
true, I guess.
Yeah. Well, here's something cute to brighten your day. Check out this adult Canada goose leading what appears to be an endless stream of baby geese. This is at the Detroit River International Wildlife Refuge in Michigan. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service posted the video on social media saying Canada geese have strong parental instincts and will often adopt orphaned or lost gooselings.
I mean, that's a lot of geese right there.
She must have adopted a few. I mean, they must have all been like that. Mom looks like a good mom. I'm gonna follow that one.
That's at least 20 or so. But
And they're still coming, yeah.
yeah, down in the cities for Mother's Day weekend, me and my sister got done shopping at Kohl's for a Mother's Day gift. We walked outside of Kohl's, and lo and behold, there was a duck there with its little ducklings, hanging out in the street. So we were trying to
Mother's
get the
Day.
duck to, get to the grass, but it was a process.
I'm sure it was. Those ducks are stubborn sometimes.
They're stubborn duckies. Sometimes they're silly geese.
Yeah, oh, hey!
Bunch of silly geese.
Coming up, we have a whole lot more that we're going to be getting to Friday. We'll let you know after the break.
Coming up tomorrow on Northern Life, we're back with our top 5 list, sharing our top 5 guilty pleasures before the weekend. Could be anything from our guilty pleasure songs to our favorite little sweet treats as well. So that'll be interesting to hear what everybody says is their guilty pleasure. I've got a lot that I can think of, as a matter of fact.
This was spawned by a conversation we had while we were bowling the other night, too.
Yes.
So it should be fun.
Yeah, Doritos most likely going to make it on that list.
It's going to make it on there?
I don't even know if it's just a need now.
It's just a
I don't think
pleasure
it's
in
even
general.
yeah, it's not even a guilty pleasure. I'm not guilty.
Sure.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Sue
I'm
me.
shameless.
Yeah, sue me. I like mustard on my tacos at work.
We might sue you for that.
We might, yeah.
That's pretty weird.
That probably deserves a lawsuit of some sort, from Heinz too included. Before we go, a bridesmaid in Arizona is getting recognition for catching something other than the bouquet at her sister's wedding. A snake was spooking guests, so Erica Rodriguez here held her gown in one hand and a snake in the other. And so Erica took the wedding crasher to some greenery nearby, letting the harmless gopher snake go
my
peacefully.
God.
Briggs, you did that at your wedding too, didn't you?
Absolutely not. The wedding would have been canceled if a snake showed up. It would have been over.
But you do anything on the wedding day to make sure the bride's happy. So a big shout out to Erica for making sure that the bride stayed happy.
Talk about a maid of honor.
Yeah,
Dang.
maid of honor, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you here tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern